investments and brands that you can invest in from the time your baby is a newborn and at least 3 years old. Whoever created this, pure genius. Pure parent genius. And let me tell you, when I don't put it on, my daughter gets tore up by the mosquitoes. From like 10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This was alright. So hi everybody, welcome back, welcome to my channel, my beautiful people. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much for tuning in, and nothing but love and peace for you. So today I wanted to do something a little different than my little sit down and chat with me sessions. I wanted to do something just a little bit more, I guess, fun. Something that I used to, oh my god, I would constantly watch videos when I was pregnant about other moms, like reviews on different products, because new mom, relatively young, don't know like anything about that world. I didn't really spend that much time like around like newborns or even toddlers as like a young adult and like adult, which is kind of crazy to say. But so like the world of newborn and toddlers and babies felt like really new, and I was also like the first person in like my close friends group to have a baby, so there wasn't really anyone else to kind of compare notes with. So I have like five, we'll make it five. I have five like of my top used like baby items, things I had on my registry and I still use till this day, with my daughter now being a 3-year-old. So I wanted this video to just focus on like tried and true, like good investments and brands that you can invest in from the time your baby is a newborn and at least 3 years old. So the first item I have is it's making a lot of noise, but they're Honest wipes. Hopefully you can see that. So these were not the wipes that we used at first when we had our daughter, but these are the wipes that we used here and there when she was a newborn, but we fully transitioned to just using these now. I want to say for like a year now. So at first we had the Pampers Pure wipes, which I absolutely loved, and I think was great at that time. And we did use Honest wipes here and there, but I'm not sure if they upgraded or changed some things, but the quality of those Honest wipes, I want to say like 2-3 years ago, weren't as good as the Pampers Pure. However, whatever Honest did over the last year, I love it. And it's honestly, I feel like now better than not better than the Pampers Pure, but my preference other than the Pampers Pure, because it's like thicker in lining, it's a little bit thicker. And now that my daughter's a little bit older, we don't really use wipes as often or have to. I feel like it's the perfect kind of amount of like, enough moisture and like thickness so that it's not like falling apart, and you can like use it, like you could get good use out of one rather than having to use 3. Yeah. So, try them, but those would be my top 2 for wipes. And then again, sticking with the changing diapers theme, this right here, here you go. This is what it looks like. Hope you can see that. So this is called, I believe it's called like a bum spatula. A bum spatula. I don't know if that's what I ended up calling it, but the brand here says Bum Co. I'll try my best to put the link to this, to all these items on Amazon. So like if you're interested in any, like you have access. But anyway, this is, I'm calling it the Bum Bum spatula because it's like silicone and literally like shaped like a spatula, but it's actually for you to use to put diaper cream on, rather than like traditionally, like back in the day, like using like your hands. And this is a game changer. They didn't have these back in the day. I keep putting it in front of my face. Oh my god. They did not have these back in the day, but this, there is no going back. There is no going back. I brought, I think, 3 of these and 1 travel size one. As soon as I used it for the first time coming out the hospital, and this was a big recommendation on almost every single YouTube channel I watched. This was a staple, and I get it now. I get it. So let me get into the benefits of this. So you can scoop out, like, I think more accurate portions or proportions of whatever diaper cream you're using, and like you could like spread it out and like, you know, just cover whatever area you need to cover, and make sure you lubricate so that, you know, your baby doesn't get diaper rash. And rather than all of that just like getting on your hand and getting messy everywhere, it's right here. You just put it on, scoop it out, wipe, and then you take a baby wipe, clean it off, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Now you don't have to wear, well, you should be wearing gloves first and foremost, but now you don't have to put on gloves and all that extra stuff. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. Anyway, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right, so now I'm gonna get into diaper cream. This is, thank God again for the community who put me onto this. So the diaper cream that we've been using literally since she was a newborn and still use is Earth Mama Organic Diaper Balm. This is what it looks like. So this, yeah, I could not say enough about this little guy right here. It's really small. It's small. Don't be alarmed. It can be a bit pricey in my opinion, but I think it's worth every penny. I'm just gonna open it up so you can see like what it looks like inside. And this is basically what it looks like. And it's literally mostly just coconut oil. Let's see if it says it here. Oh, I think it says it in the box that it comes in. It does. The ingredients are in the box that it comes in, but it's pretty much all natural organic ingredients that are like don't have any chemicals in it. So I feel like we were trying to stay away from using anything like too creamy or chemically based and try to go as natural as possible. And so yeah, it's like a diaper balm. It's also really great to use like really anywhere. You can use it as like a lotion or like a body moisturizer, face moisturizer, because the ingredients are so kind of like pure and organic. You can really put it anywhere. And I used to and still do like now, because we use it for so many different things. Like the number one thing that I actually use it for is a mosquito repellent. I use it as a mosquito repellent, and let me tell you, when I don't put it on, my daughter gets tore up by the mosquitoes from like, you know, like beginning of fall all the way back to the summertime, springtime, mosquito season. Anytime she had it on, I would like lather her with it. Never, not a single mosquito bite. ever, to the point where I started putting it on myself, and I brought it whenever we went on like vacation to the Caribbean and places where mosquitoes were very present and part of the daily life. So yeah, I was really surprised. I don't know, honestly, don't know how I figured that out, but I'm so glad I did and so glad I figured it out early. And so yeah, I love that. And then something that this brand, this next item is also from this brand, the Earth Mama brand, and it's the organic nipple butter. So this is such an old, oh my god, such an old container, but I just wanted to show y'all, you know, what it looks like. And again, you just open it, and the inside looks like that. And so yeah, so this is the nipple butter. That was a diaper balm. This is a nipple butter, and this is meant to be like a, if you're breastfeeding, God bless you. I That's a whole separate YouTube video. But anyway, with the nipple butter, it's meant for like if you're breastfeeding and like your nipples tend to get dry, brittle, and hurt. And so like that's for you to be able to like moisturize that, and keep it as, you know, moisturized as possible, so that like, you know, it doesn't dry out and it hurts and all that good stuff. And rather than using like chemically based like numbing cream, I decided to go this route, and it worked out great. And again, this is another one of those things where you can like use for anything. It's just called nipple butter, but it's a butter that you can use anywhere. So I often would use this, especially because I have like sensitive skin, as like just a natural light based moisturizer, from like my face or like my hands, and that really worked well. And also I would use it as like a travel sized like full body moisturizer. And myself and my partner, like I'll just throw that in our travel bag, or like for myself, my daughter, and we use that as like body moisturizers, and it lasts the whole entire like 5 days or like 3 days. And we definitely sometimes even have extra left because it's like such a great natural like moisturizer and lubricant that it's not like water based, it's literally like oil based. So yeah, definitely like great products that we still use to this day and has so many multiple functions. And then this one really only has one function. It's the Zarbee's Soothing Saline Nasal Mist with aloe. Oh, all right. So if you have a baby, newborn, or toddler, you already know that mucus and runny nose and cold and just getting sick all the time is just a normal thing, that you never get a break from. But anyway, a lot of times my daughter would get congested, and you know, she couldn't really blow her nose yet, or figure out like in terms of how to control her own intentionally like nasal passages. So I would have to clear out the congestion out of her nose like often. And this like applicator, the fact that you just can like just press it and it's like a spray rather than the one that's like a little bottle and it has like the little hole at the top and you have to like squeeze it and put it, it's still a spray, but like have to squeeze it and like put your hand a certain way. That's too much. Like with this, I like that you can just literally hold it like this. You can hold her head and you just and you're done right away. It's not as much work as other one. It works really well and it's like a good amount. So love that. And again, I really like their ingredients. There's nothing extra in there. It's literally saline spray. And then the last, but certainly not least item that I would highly recommend and have used since my daughter was a newborn, ooh, I need to clean this a little bit, is the Hatch sound machine. This is probably like an OG version. I'm sure there's like 5 updated versions of this already, but it's basically like a clock, a sound machine, and also I think can serve as like a microphone, or like a sound monitor. That's what I meant to say. It also can serve as a sound monitor and a nightlight. So this is what it sounds like. Let me turn it up. Well, this is one of the sounds. It does have multiple sounds. And then it's also a nightlight, and it has like a variety. Ooh, let me turn this down there. A variety of different colors. You can, so right now it's on like, me and my daughter call it like the rainbow one, or the rainbow like setting. And so, but if you tap it, it turns into like different favorites, like different settings you can have it. I think it does up to 4, where like every time you tap, it goes into a different setting that you've like preset or have favorited, because this also comes with an app. And you can control it from another room, like through your phone, and put on different settings. 10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This was so helpful, especially during sleep training, for so many different reasons. But oh my gosh, I could probably do a whole separate video on why I loved this so much and continue to use it, and will probably always use it. It's just, whoever created this, pure genius. Pure parent genius. And so yeah, it just has so many great features, and we really mostly used it as a nightlight and a sound machine. And so we would put it as like the background noise for our daughter to listen to and hear as she fell asleep, so that we can like basically create like a bit of a sound barrier between us walking around the squeaky floors, wood floors of the house, and her like waking up from that. And so like it created this extra like noise in the background that helped kind of murmur all the other things going around and help her stay in like a deep sleep. Oh my god. Yeah. And also I think it helped her to like get used to falling asleep in like a noisy environment, so that she could like tune, like she wouldn't wake up if there's like sudden sound, because it's like she's kind of already used to that. And also I think it's just very helpful to have a clock or the time in like a nursery, because it'll be like the middle of the night and you're walking in, you don't want to pick up your phone, or you shouldn't pick up your phone because you want to make sure you keep it dark if you're going in to like change the baby, feed the baby, and all that good stuff. So it helps to have like just a time there, so you know what time it is. And hopefully if you're looking at the clock, it doesn't make you want to pull out your hair. But also so you can time how long like they've been like feeding for, or you can keep track if if the baby woke up at like 8:30 p.m. and then that's the time you remember seeing, that's the first time like you clock in your mind, okay, 8:30. And if your baby like feeds every 2 hours, the next time you go into the nursery, the clock will be right there. And when you look at it, you'll probably see like there's a pattern, or you'll start to begin to notice a pattern on how long or how like often your like baby kind of like wakes up to like feed in the middle of the night. And so for me, it helped me kind of like mentally just get used to the rhythm of every 2, 3, then thankfully God, 4 hours, and then like that full like 6 to 8 hours. As she grew, that I would be expected to like feed. So again, that was a long explanation as to why the time is so helpful, but like you're kind of like on a schedule that's not yours, and like you're learning to keep up with this new schedule. So suddenly like time just becomes so important, so because so many things happen at like a specific pattern of time. Wild stuff. Anyway, so again, even if you don't get the hatch, or something that could be a little bit pricey, I would just recommend getting a clock in your nursery. Period. Doesn't have to be nothing fancy. Just trust me on this. And again, I could do a whole nother video on that itself. And yeah, so those were my kind of like part one. Would you have you So those were my like top 5 most used items that I've had since my daughter was a newborn. And so I'll probably continue to do a few more of these. Like or comment down below if you'd like to see like more of these where I continue to review like more items. I probably have, I want to say, like at least 10 to 20 more items that I probably still use since my daughter was a newborn. So yeah, I hope that you found this video to be helpful, and let me know if you decide to get any of these, or if you also feel like, yep, these were your top um items too, and if there's anything you would add to this list, or like what's your top 5, because I would love to know, and I'm so curious on like what other people are using out there that maybe I didn't know about and I probably could use. So yeah, all right.